So, from the lovely Mia Maestro to another lovely lady in our kitchen, Kim McCullum from Tasteful Art joins us in our kitchen to make a delectable treat, especially for Women's Day.
Stork, best for baking.
So it's absolutely lovely to have Kim here with us today making that treat, as I said, especially for Women's Day. You're from Tasteful Art, that's your business. Tell me all about it. What do you do at Tasteful Art?
Well, Tasteful Art, basically, our punchline is what's life without a little indulgence.
All right.
So everything we do is just kind of beautifully done with fresh ingredients. Things that I specialize in are elaborate cakes.
Elaborate cakes.
Yes, so we cater for gorgeous events, doing canapes and all those little finicky things. And then, yeah, we cater for do beautiful cakes. So wedding cakes, birthday cakes, all the customized cakes.
And today's cake is just as special. Earlier on, we made some rosewater extract, and we're going to be using that in our cake this morning. And I'm like, I just asked her a few minutes ago, is it going to have a distinctly different taste to it?
There is a difference. It is subtle. It's not going to be like this ridiculously pungent thing, but it is a distinct difference, and it's a nice variable on vanilla essence, which is kind of your classic.
Cool. All right, let's get into it. So what do we need to make this rose cake?
Basically, we're going to take our Stork Bake. We need 185 grams of this.
Alrighty.
I'm just going to measure this out. It's all
185 grams.
Yeah.
See, this is what I never understand, how professional chefs and bakers are just always able to, just with their eye, measure it out. This is 185 grams right there, and I promise you can put it on a scale, it'll clock 185.
Well, it is always best to do more accurate on a scale, but yes, once you've done this, you can do it a few times.
Let me know if you need any help. I'm most willing to assist.
It's rather soft, so just going to get that in the pot.
But is that how you want your Stork Bake to be kind of soft, so you can actually, it's easily workable, right?
Yes, yeah, especially when you are doing this by hand.
Cool.
Okay, and these are all measured out. We're going to take our Castor Sugar and add it. We're just going to add a bit at a time.
All right.
And we're just going to basically cream this together. So you want to do this.
And if you're wondering exactly how much Castor Sugar we're using, SMS the keyword STORK to 33728 and you'll get the ingredients, the method, and all of the goodies you need to make this recipe to your phone. It'll be sent there. So Castor Sugar goes in there.
More, you can add it gradually. Just
Already,
get it nicely mixed in completely.
It's smelling so good.
Yeah.
So tell me, the job of a baker, it must be quite a difficult one, because you're always tempted to taste stuff, right?
Yes, and you have to. I've got a weakness. I mean, I've got a hectic sweet tooth. So you do have a weakness for icing, specifically. That's me. But yeah.
And what would you say is the most interesting cake you've ever made? I mean, we're making rosewater cake right now here for Women's Day. So what's the most interesting one you've ever made?
Well, I love actually experimenting with different recipes and always trying new things and new ingredients. One of the things I love at the moment, which is popular, are cupcakes. Oh, yeah. So I've got one which is a lavender and white chocolate cupcake, which is my favorite. Also goes with the
lavender nogal. Okay,
yeah,
cool.
Which is a stunning combination.
Right. When does the flour come in? I'm always interested. When does the flour come into the recipe?
We're going to finish the sugar. Always. Creaming always does take. You want it to be as well incorporated as possible. So you really do have like a beautiful, beautiful cake.
Alrighty.
So make sure it's nice and smooth. And after this, you can actually, if you want to do this, you can actually break the eggs.
Yes, I will break the eggs for you.
Break all those and lightly beat those for me.
All right.
And then once this is done, we can add those gradually.
These are some tough eggs. I had to crack that one at least 5 times. Wow-wee-wah. Okay, I need to get the shell out of it. And apparently, according to Zola,
yes,
I've learned that you should use the shell to get the shell out. Because apparently shells are attracted to one another, so it works. There we go. Hey, that was easier. Wow, did you see that? Did anybody see that? I just cracked this one egg and 2 yolks came out. Unbelievable, bruh. Look at this. I've only cracked 2 eggs and 3 yolks are in there. Amazing. All right. Only on Women's Day, hey? It can only happen on Women's Day. There's another one. So right now, would I then stop at 3 eggs or can I just carry on? Make it 5.
No, make it 4 because it is actually more a volume thing than the yolks. The yolks actually just will enrich it more, so we'll have a nice, much righter cake.
There we are. Cool, so beat them lightly.
Whisk those up for me. And then while I'm doing this, you can add them to here.
Alrighty.
Cool.
Is that right?
A little bit more.
A little bit more.
And that's perfect. So you can start, just add those very slowly, just a little bit at a time.
Slowly. All right, here we go.
So that's enough for now. Make this in.
They come out in these chunks. So just by the way, if you've just joined us, we're making a very special rosewater cake for Women's Day. And of course, you can get all those ingredients by SMSing the keyword STORK to 33728. There goes our eggs that we're adding gradually.
Yes.
This is quite a an intricate process.
I know, we don't want the mixture to split. Because you
Oh.
are actually doing butter and sugar, and it can actually make the mixture split if you add it too quickly.
I see. I
Cool,
see.
you can add another bit.
I'll add another bit. There you go. So how many calories do you think you burn from doing stuff like this?
Well, especially when it's by hand, you can work the arm muscles quite well. It's actually quite nice.
So it's okay that
Get
you
a bit of a
taste it
workout.
once in a while. Yeah.
Deserve your slice at the end of the day.
Indeed, indeed.
Cool, another bit.
There we are. There we go. Okay, we're getting there. Well, I think that extra yolk that we had is making the mixture go a lot
Yes.
further.
I think it is. We can add just a little bit more.
Just a tad bit more.
Yeah.
Oh, man. It's got a funky look to it. All right. So after this, you're going to add your flour, right?
Yes. And now
And,
we add the rose water,
The rose water,
which is here.
which is right there.
So we add that in.
That we made earlier on.
Yeah, so that's 5 mils rose water. You can add a bit more if you want it stronger.
Are we stopping with the eggs?
Yes, the eggs are fine.
And by the way,
Extra
if you're
yolk
wondering,
did, actually.
if you're wondering how we made the rose water, then SMS the keyword rose to 33728, and yeah, we'll show you how we did, and you'll find it on your phone. Yeah.
So this baking powder, we're going to add it to the flour.
Okay, cool. That's a very interesting way of doing it. Into the bag, into the Saska bag,
Into-
shake it. Okay.
Now this has been actually sifted before. So we're just going to lightly do this. You want to do this alternately with the milk and the water. So
Wow, we were. Okay. So you go flour first, fold it in.
fold it in.
Uh-huh.
And then just so it doesn't dry out too much or get too liquid with the water afterwards.
Yeah.
Now
This is
we
where
can
it starts
start
getting
adding-
messy.
Yes, yes, flour
Alright.
everywhere.
Okay.
Now we can actually add the water.
Okay.
This is 120 mils water with 80
I add it?
mils milk. Add a little bit at a time, just so it's nice and combined.
Just like
Perfect.
all the way, okay?
No, because then we're going to add.
Wow, we were. I promise you it's going to be all worth it at the end. All of this hard work. Okay?
Yes, baking is always a bit more time consuming.
Yeah.
Add a bit more.
So
This is
while-
about 400 grams flour, by the way.
While we're doing that, just talk us through the rest of it, what you would do after mixing that. How do you get from that to this lovely pink mixture here?
Well, you've got your oven preheated to 180 degrees. And we pour it into the tins. Always, it's nice to actually do it in 2 different tins.
Yes.
So that you can sandwich the cake together and then ice at the top.
Uh-huh.
And that we're going to bake for, yeah, about 25 to half an hour. Just
Yeah.
You'll see it's nice and golden and a skewer will come out clean.
Oh, lovely. Okay, cool. And then afterwards you make your little icing and then you kind of dress your cake, if you will.
Yeah, the
Just
icing
like
is
that.
actually, is even quicker because the icing is basically whipped cream with about it's 250 mils whipped cream
Yeah.
with 50 grams icing sugar. And then you just fold in a berry coulis.
Lovely stuff. Mr.
Yeah.
Cullum, thank you so much. We're going to carry on making this cake throughout the break. Of course, you can SMS that keyword STORK to 33728 to get the method and all of the ingredients. We will see you after the break.